This video is going to show you exactly how our sound is influencing the kind of experience that we're having, and I'm going to share with you practical tools and techniques for resonating with the reality that you prefer. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm taking it a step further of something that I really haven't talked a lot about before, just because there's kind of this woo-woo connotation around understanding how sound affects what we experience. But what I really want to show with this is that we are always getting a reflection of who we are being. And everything is vibration. This is something that physics is showing us. This is something we're coming to understand more and more about. And when we look at this in the form of vibration, we can see that there is an effect that we have with what we are saying, with what we are feeling, to what we are experiencing in our life. Now, it's just that we can't physically see with our eyes vibration in the form of sound. The idea is that we must use these technology, we must use certain machines in order to see it. So to a lot of people, it might not be something that is real, but that the fundamental core understand that whatever we are feeling within our body, whatever we believe to be true, whatever definitions we have, we will always get that reflection in our life. Now, years ago, I was studying the power of sounds, understanding how mantras affect our body, how mantras can affect our brain, and there are science studies that show that mantras and certain sounds affect the brain in a certain way. So just saying the words Om, that has a certain vibratory effect on our body and on our organs, on who we are. So the key to this is understanding that we can take around and out all the religious connotations, and we can see this in the form of simply sound and simply vibration. Now, what I want to encourage you is to first off become aware of what you are saying. Many things that we say become self-fulfilling prophecies. So if we're saying that this is so hard to do, if we're using words that maybe negatively influence us, maybe words like I can't, or words like, thinking that we are frustrated, annoyed, all of these things, that has a certain pattern to it. That has a certain feeling to it that affects us in a certain way, even if we look at it in subconscious ways. Those words affect our subconscious. Now, the key to this is first off, dropping all the labels, dropping saying things. I catch myself a lot because I used to have a job that I went to, and before I did YouTube full time, and I remember that sometimes we'd get into this pattern of complaining about certain things. We'd get into this pattern of complaining about how slow it is because it was a sales commission job. And that was a self-fulfilling prophecy, and a lot of times that created negative momentum within the mind. That became something that brought energy down. But what I became aware of is how I could avoid those conversations. I could shift the conversations to something positive and then start to create positive momentum. So the first part of this, before I get into understanding how we can use it to change the resonance of who we are being, is knowing, become aware of what you are saying, become aware of what you are thinking, because that is what you are putting out, and that is becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. So stay away from words like frustrated, annoyed, words like I can't do this, or start to become aware of what those are, and simply decide that when you have that happen, you are going to switch it to something that is positive, or you're going to start to see and focus on things that actually serve you. Switch your focus. Now, let's take this a step further, and we'll understand the power of mantras. Now, I'm not saying that we have to come up with these whole sayings, but what I am saying is that if you right now just go Om, just go Om. When you do that, what happens is you can feel a vibration within your body. You can feel it in your throat, you can feel it in your chest, in your heart, and think about that in the form of vibration. Now, when this becomes powerful is when you're able to hold certain intentions, hold certain thoughts while going Om, or whatever mantra you want. I use Om because I find that it incorporates more of my body than just my head. And what I do is I use Om and I think about the intentions I have. I think about feeling inside my heart center, and I think about what I want to experience in my life. And I understand, and at least the way I think about it, is that Om speeds up my vibration. Now, even if this isn't physically true, and I think that there will be in the future science that shows that by oming we are speeding up our vibration. I think that they've kind of subconsciously known that for thousands of years, and that's why there are groups of people that do it every day. The power, though, is in knowing that it may just be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe I just believe that it's speeding up my vibration, so I do it focused on the intentions I have, and then I feel a certain way. Really, it doesn't make a difference either way, because if that is a self-fulfilling prophecy, if it is the placebo effect, then so be it. It still has powerful effect. So the key to this is knowing whatever your beliefs about this are, understand that everything is vibration, that as you start to focus on how you feel, as you focus and you become aware of what you're putting out with your words, you can then simply decide that you're going to shift your focus when you catch yourself in the patterns of thinking negatively or getting involved in talk that doesn't serve you, that what you are saying, the labels, the definitions you have, are becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. So be aware of that, because what you say has an effect on what you experience. Think of it as what you're putting out. It's linking up with certain circumstances in your life happening because it's resonating with those realities and with those desires. Instead, start to talk about what you want, not about what you don't want. Start to talk about why you deserve it and why you can have it, and watch how your life begins to change. From that, you can use a powerful tool of resonating with a vibration, and you can use Om, and just right now you can go Om, and you get the idea. But doing that, you will start to feel it in your chest, in your throat, and as you do that, you'll realize that you can then focus on your intention. And as you do that, you'll find that things happen in a much more smooth way, that you feel completely different when you come out of doing that for 10 minutes, and I do it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Not every day, but I do it when I remember to do it. It's probably something I could be doing more, but I find that it does make me feel a certain way. It does change my state of being, which is very important in the law of attraction process. So realize, to experience the reality you want, you must resonate with it. You must first change yourself before you see the mirror change. So in order to do that, change the stories you're telling yourself. Change the words that you're constantly using. Change what you're focused on, and simply decide that you can use sound as a tool to resonate with your heart as well as the head. That's the other reason I like Om. It uses the heart instead of just the intellectual ideas. And as we know, the heart is thousands of times more powerful electromagnetically than that of the brain. So use the heart, incorporate it into a part of who you are, and use your sound to resonate with the reality that you prefer. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hit that little notification gear right next to the subscribe button so that you're able to see the daily videos that I do. And other than that, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace, much love, namaste.